My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Iratus, Lord of the Dead. Throw Carl the Wild in there and pull Moms back out. I also kind of want Patricia to take a little bit of time off here if it's all possible. And it should be. Definitely should be. I'm gonna throw... I guess I'll just keep you out there. Maybe that works. Drew on PKT, you were, Drew on PKT, you were awarded to a character that was already trying to go for a completely different build, it looks like here. So you were going for the stress build. Yes. Unfortunately, that makes you one of my least valuable at the moment. Maybe I want to pull the Bride of Iratus out and actually go for the double Bride in the backline party. Because I had to pivot away from using the Lich effectively there so quickly. And Brides of Iratus are actually not only really, really good at directed physical damage, but also really, really good at directed stress damage. I feel like, yeah, that's actually probably a substitution I want to make at this point in time. Okay, we go back out into this layer. We have, yeah, nothing that I'm particularly interested in there. A extra talent that I can unlock. Although, oh, receiving artifacts at the end of battle. Happy to do that. Unholy Bones. Okay, I've unlocked the Bone Golem. Yes. A Bone Golem is a compromise. Normally, it's not possible to craft an undead such as this without an equally large body to serve as a foundation, and there are very precious few giant around. Iratus discovered a way around this limitation. The Golem is made up of several bodies, held together by the curse of entropy and decay, constantly crumbling and regenerating to maintain its form. Living in a constant cycle, these constructs would make for an interesting subject of a philosophical study, were they not already far more effective as killing machines. The Bone Golem is definitely looking like not only a frontliner, but a super far frontliner. They deal more damage based on the vigor that is missing from them. They have the ability to regain vigor from any position and move themselves forwards as well. 15%, 20%.
Am I in the mood for terror or lethality today?
I'm mostly going for lethality right now. Golem loses 25 vigor but gains block and ward, or double block and 15 vigor. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, this is definitely a frontliner physical tank. By which I mean, this is also definitely something I'm about to create. Accuracy, a little bit of extra accuracy on a skull here. Seems like a great idea to me.
Ah, this is what a necromancer's war machine looks like.
Okay. So yeah, front 2 deals 2 front 2, and it is better with lower HP. Only the front position deals 1 of the front 3, and they lose attack for each of the... Wait, the target loses 1 attack for every 10 missing vigor for 2 turns. The minion is missing. The target. Okay, so this says for every 10 points of vigor the minion is missing. This says 1 attack for every 10 vigor missing for 2 turns. It doesn't say of the minion, so this might be based on the enemy. Nefarious Engine, heal, and then that's the buff and block. Self-destruct. Deals damage to targets equal to 50% of the Golem's missing vigor. Golem can't miss with this attack and dies after using it. Ooh. I'll be back. Has a 50% chance to resurrect after the battle ends. Ooh, that's interesting. Or you can increase the damage it does. Neat. And then the final one is possibly a stun to the entire enemy board, but you also lose some vigor in order to do it. Yeah, I think Bone Golem definitely wants to come out on missions with us right now. Especially because this is about to be a super physical mission that we're about to run into. Yeah, I think we just go straight into it. Headlong it. Cool. Unfortunately, we haven't got highly leveled units at the moment, but yeah. Watch me now, my love. Watch me now. I do kind of want to cut through the Stone Golem as quickly as possible. That said, we don't have much magical damage here. That said, the Stone Golem is going to be the most threatening thing on that entire board. 2 conscripts. The conscripts are really, really quick to take down, though, is my main concern. Like, should I be fighting them just because they're quick to take down? Maybe. Maybe. Ooh, that's Sinister Strike. Okay, I have the ability to move you. I think it's really important that I do so as well. Yeah. So moving someone in a stance just defuses the stance. Oh, I had to move him to the back of the party there. That's really annoying. Okay. I'm going to go Flames of Love. That's just magical damage. All right, Bone Golem. Ooh, we already have the ability to use Splintering March. Neat. I'm going to do it. Thank you for missing the Bride of Iratus there. That was going to be a bad time. Capital B, capital T there. So unfortunately, this would do nothing to the Stone Golem, so no reason to hit them with it. Flames of Love, again on the Stone Golem. Yeah, I don't think the Bride of Iratus is going to do that much to the Stone Golem right now. I think only the penetrative attack should really be going in that direction.
Fresh corpses.
Deals damage to targets equal to 50% of... Oh, right. Yeah, never mind. Self-destruct. I'm not going to be doing that. 1 additional point of damage for every 10 points of damage that the minion is missing. So I'm missing 8, so it's 8 extra damage. Sorry, I'm missing 80, so it's 8 extra damage it does. Yeah, it could be good. It's decent damage, and it's a good-looking golem right there. Super into the design. Yes, now it's time to start healing back up, definitely. Go for... I was really hoping that was going to kill the Stone Golem in the front line there. It's quite disappointing that it didn't, frankly. Still going to do the same thing again, though.
Impale this wretch.
Really important to make sure that that minion didn't get an action there. I didn't want to lose the Bone Golem that I've just created. Especially... Oh, Bone Golem doesn't even have a name. I didn't name the Bone Golem or the extra Bride of Iratus. What are you doing, Ryan? What are you doing? 16. Yeah, that should have just been double strike. Alright. One pops into the Mad Mage, and then the second one finishes the Mad Mage off. Lovely. Ooh, Undertaker's Clothes. That could be pretty useful for us. If I recall... Ah, no, it's not. If 3 minions are destroyed in battle, Iratus gains maximum mana. I was hoping that was the... If none of your minions died in battle, they restore 15 vigor at the end... sorry, 15% of their max vigor at the end of the combat. I really, really want things that are going to passively heal my characters over time, because you can see, like, swapping my characters in and out is the biggest weakness that we have at the moment. Ignores armor, ignores block, but ignores armor and doesn't miss. That seems pretty important as well. Performs additional attacks for each buff on the target. It's really, really powerful. Vorpal Strike with the chance to just insta-kill a target. It's also, like, it's fine, I guess. I'm gonna go with the Smite the Show-Offs.
Prove yourself worthy of my investment.
Some enemies start stacking, like, a ridiculous amount of buffs on themselves. It's a Serpent Frog. The obvious thing is Adore Him, but the thing is I very rarely actually use Adore Him. I could do Flames of Passionate Love, but then I would have to put this this archer in the second position. I do want to actually give them extra luck, ideally. Yeah, I think I'd go for Lung Piercer.
Get back to battle.
Just a little bit of extra points of luck on that character there. All right. So now I have to create another complete squad that can afford to go out. Yeah, I'm feeling like I definitely need to have like 4 squads active at all times. Probably not prioritize the graveyard as much as I've been doing so far, despite the fact that I really want to be prioritizing the graveyard as much as I've been doing so far. I always want to set up that economy, and that economy that, you know, builds itself and goes on and on and on in that fashion. Speaking of going on and on and on in that fashion, we haven't actually even gone into a combat yet, and it's 10 minutes into an episode. Ryan, what are you doing? Alright. It's definitely this one. So we get to choose a boon. Archmage's robes. All enemies lose 1 ward at the beginning of each battle. Hey, if no minions were killed in the battle or minions that took part in the battle restore 15%. Hey, that's exactly what I was looking for. And insurance deal, you have an 100% chance to gain an artifact for every minion was destroyed. No. Okay.
I can use this.
Definitely the standard of darkness here. Definitely throw that on our character as well. Oh, that's going to be a good time.
Well, even more than previously.
Okay. Oh. Think I got to throw the bone golem in there. Who do I want in my third line now? Maybe in the third line I put the Rite of Iratus. Patricia isn't even built to... Sorry, the Bride of Iratus, the Lich. Patricia isn't even built to deal with that Lich, that is. Where is the party with the minions that I currently have access to? And furthermore than that, what do I even create in order to get more benefit in the graveyard? Maybe I build another bone golem? I am just short of the bits to do so. Unless I want to include a skull that has extra accuracy, which I do. I think I did that for the first bone golem I made as well, actually. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Get another frontline tank.
That white is going to turn nice and red.
I could get a zombie as a frontliner here as well, but I'm already using moms. Also, that's not really the line that I want to change. Yeah, I don't think I have to deal with anything past that point at this point. All right. So the final thing that I have to care about is, yeah, I'm going to build a zombie in order to excavate just a little bit faster.
They will be expecting cannon fodder, but I will give them cannons instead.
Mm-hmm. Well said. Well said. We're all intimidated. Ooh. I have the ability to build another area. Although I don't have the correct units to build another area, I don't believe. Do I have like a... No. Actually, maybe I do throw Drew into building the Abode of Wrath here. Right? All this Banshee? That's Harkonian. That is one thing that I'm actually constantly running into as well. Like, do I have each person named currently? It's kind of hard to tell. So Bone Golem isn't named. I really wish there was like an overall roster screen. That's one thing that I feel like is missing at the moment. Just an overall roster. All right, fine. Think we throw Hawk. Sorry, Hawk.
Millennia has tainted the waters around my tomb. I can feel something alive beneath the dark surface of the lake. Something I can use.
Sorry, but we absolutely need access to that dead lake at this point in time. All right, so we've got a physical primary party, but we do have like sub-stress, especially in Kyle and Serpent Frog. Moms, I think, is also using, yeah, the stressing, unnerving fortitude. So you do have the ability to pivot to aggression or stress here. Neat. Happy to have it. I've got to have a unit to sacrifice in a couple spaces time at that sacrificial altar, so may want to start focusing on the creation of that as well. Okay. No armor on any of the enemies. There's a little bit of resistance on the Mad Mage, and the Swordsman in the front line here obviously has some buffs. Feature gains extra accuracy and extra critical damage for 3 turns each time he misses. So it's really important we get rid of that Swordsman as early as possible, in my opinion.
Impale this wretch.
Mm-hmm. As long as okay, no moving. Neat. Glad to see it. See, unfortunately, because the Swordsman can attack 2 times in a turn, only one of them has to miss, and then the Swordsman's still getting a huge bonus. I can use Shrapnel to deal damage to the Bone Golem, and then the Bone Golem deals extra damage to all of the enemies here. That's one way to go about it. In fact, hell, it might be the way to go about it. I cannot, clearly. Absolutely clearly. Do these enemies move around consistently? Not really.
My kingdom
No Overwatch here.
comes.
Ooh, so that crit. So that actually is going to have that enemy skip the turn. Neat. Glad to see it. I'm going to splinter them all as well. Sadly inaccurate. Just continue focusing on that one target. Now, unfortunately, this kind of does feel like basically the longer the fight goes, the more certain it is that the Bone Golem eventually dies. Oh, God. Yeah. Enemies stealing actions from me when I've just said, hey, the longer this fight goes, the more likely it is that one of our units dies. Not great. As it turns out, not great for us. Let's see if we can cut down a hunky really quickly here. Damn it! Didn't have a buff. Would have loved an extra attack there. Ooh, one unit almost down. Bride of Iratus is in the next turn as well. Great. Rose for Lady goes straight through all of them. One down. Hopefully we don't have any of the minions die so that we get the heal at the end of this battle as well. That seems like it'd be super useful.
Become part of the breathless tide.
Mm-hmm. Got one of the swordsmen down there. Ooh, that was almost a kill on the hunky. Finished him off, just a mad match left. Hell yes. I mean, I can't really stall the fights at all, right? You don't have the ability to move your characters. You can only delay your turn until the end of the round, and a lot of characters only have actions that can deal damage. So it's not like we can just stall and get a bunch of extra value out here at the very end. But still, if I have the ability to, and a couple of my characters should have the ability to, I'll take a couple extra actions to try and get a little bit of extra HP out here. Like, in particular, Nefarious Engine, that makes sense. Get myself 25 back. Hopefully, we don't end up just taking a bunch of damage. Ugh. You're really doing Moms some evil right there. That's not great. Chance to insta-kill an enemy, I guess. Didn't they do it? Fine. Go for the extra heal on the Bone Golem, especially because the backline is not going to be a problem. Go for the kill. Great.
Mine is the winning side.
Ooh, giant heal on that Bone Golem that we'd thrown away there. Throw Moms in instead. Front line of 2 Bone Golems? Questo mark? Maybe that's a good idea. I don't know. I've heard worse. Did really relish the whole everyone heals as we exit that battle sitch. Seems super useful to me. I selected bones. Skeletons gain 20 vigor. I can also get Brides of Iratus after that, getting plus 10 to luck, plus 10 to evasion, and plus 10 to accuracy. Alchemy Doctorate also seems really important. I'm feeling like maybe I want to go down this entire line before I do anything else. Okay, so do I have a trash minion to throw away? What do I have a bunch of excess of? I have a bunch of excess hearts and flesh. A little bit of excess blood, a little bit of excess armor, a little bit of excess weapons. Yeah, I can just make a basic zombie here and throw it away.
No brain,
That's a pretty easy decision for us.
higher power.
Alright, we sacrifice that zombie, and we get Spike Braces. Each time Iratus uses a destruction skill, he deals 10 physical damage to a random enemy. Whenever you strike a critical hit, Iratus Resource 5 Wrath can trigger up to 3 times in combat, as well as has +2 resistance. Oh, that's good for a Drew PK1T or someone. PKT1, sorry. Blood Diamond once every 3 turns. Gain initiative for 2 turns, as well as a block. 2 armor on steel spikes. When you debuff a target, you have a 3% chance to acquire extra parts after victory, as well as Misericorde. Does extra damage with attacks, but if you start a turn with low vigor, you have extra accuracy. I think that's something that goes on a Bone Golem, definitely. So which of these do I prefer? I don't think I have any reason to prefer one over the other right now. Alright. Oh, right. Never mind. It's Patricia that would be taking the ears, necklace, and steel spikes here if I just wanted to go for increasing resistance and armor. Which I kind of do still. Like, it's a relatively small amount. Patricia also doesn't really debuff enemies, is one little bit of a concern of mine. So, you know, Steel Spike seems like it's probably not going to trigger. I also don't really crit, so Ear Necklace seems like it's probably not going to trigger. It's got a couple things going against it there. Blood Diamond. Maybe throw the Blood Diamond on one of the golems. Make them a little bit faster. A single block could be pretty useful for them. Keep them alive a little longer. I mean, a single block would most of the time be preventing Kyle's first attack. Oh, but Kyle's attack is actually magical, so that would be Ward that would prevent that. We don't have access to that. Okay. I actually think we just hold the rest of the equipment here. Although we might... Ooh, plus 10 luck versus female enemies. Interesting. Although we might have a lot of incentive to just throw 2 extra brains in here. I think we will, actually. This party does a lot less stress damage. I'm hoping that's not too much of a problem for us. So I do want to make the enemies, my minions a little more aggressive. That's extra accuracy as well as extra damage. Okay.
Now, prove yourself worthy of my investment.
Because the damage is upped by the actual ability, but the accuracy is what you get for the stat modification there. Super neat. Okay, Onslaught from any line moves us forward 2 and moves the enemy backwards 2. Do I want to move the enemies backwards 2, or do I want to deal far more damage? You can tell which one I clicked already, right? Maybe I build this character with more crit. Yeah, I think I'm going to build this Bone Golem with a little bit more crit, maybe. Target loses 1 attack for every 8 missing vigor for 2 turns. Okay, so that's just more effective at locking them down, I guess, there. Bone Ward. This just gets you a ward. Lose 25 vigor in order to get a block and a ward? I don't know about that. Seems kind of bad. Just in my opinion.
Serve me well, my minion.
Yep, I'm gonna go for the double crit on you and see actually how it works out. It's entirely possible it's complete garbage and doesn't work out, but if it is, then I'll learn that at the time. Okay, we are about to go up against golems, so this seems like a reasonable build. Especially to have Kyle with magical damage as well. Alright, neither of these bone golems are named. I am pretty sure, yes, at this point, that I'm only missing 2 names, so both of those will be awarded. Alright, bone golem in the front. You are going to become Dysnomia. And then the bone golem directly behind. You're going to have to become Neo. There we go. Beautiful. Fully named party. Let's go out. We've got an elite combat in a couple different spaces. Ugh, that could be a problem. Okay, so those demolition experts can actually be really, really evil. Not only can they hit the back line, but also they have the ability to just suddenly turn around and go, oh, I'm about to die in a turn, and if you don't kill me, you too will die. So that's not great. I'm going to set up an Overwatch because these targets will probably move fairly commonly. Like, this should move it. Yeah. So there's an Overwatch. I think it is time to actually just start throwing out shrapnel as well. Ooh, neat. Very neat. Got the 2 targets that I'm most interested in. Nice try. Okay. I'll go for destroy. It's not going to deal that much damage. It's fine. However, Rupture is really where it's at. Ooh. Giant debuff as well. -3 attack. Lovely. Okay. Yeah, they're not moving as much as I would like, but they do have 2 characters moving real soon, probably. I guess the frontliner has the possibility of not moving soon. Yeah. The frontliner is probably going to use Lighten Up, and if you do, I'm going to be really mad. Yeah, there we go. All right, so this stance effectively just means the nearest units to me. So skips a turn, then explodes beginning at the beginning of his next turn, rather, killing himself and the nearest 2 characters to the left. So it's obviously really important that we kill that demolitions expert as quickly as possible. I've had a situation where someone managed to haste the demolitions expert the turn after it did that, and then it just killed me. It was so... Ooh, it was not good.
One by one, life vanishes from...
I split my shot away there just because I didn't want to waste an extra action. I had the ability to get some extra damage on the demolitions expert, so of course I'm going to get some extra damage on the demolitions expert. Okay, so I'm now missing... how many allotments of... Oh, how many allotments of 8? Damn it. Okay, so I'm missing 107. 107 is... How many times 8? So 80, 10. 80 is 10. 40 on top of that. We're not 40 on top of that. Okay, so 40 on top of that would be 5. So it should be 14 extra damage that I'm dealing right now. This should be lethal. Yeah.
Worthless as you were in life, you will be worth something in death.
As much as I want the Bone Golems to like turn around and start healing right now, they're also still my best damage based on how little they've healed, so it's a difficult turn to make. I'm gonna heal and move forwards just so that I'm kind of the... That is to say, just so that Neo is more sacrificial for the sake of Carl's abilities. Wait, this is the frontliner? Huh. That's not what was supposed to happen to you, Neo. I have you heal up again, though, because I'm about to shoot through you.
A fraction of my power.
Okay. Yeah, please don't kill that Bone Golem is the thing. That's the Bone Golem I was trying to save. Neat. It didn't kill the Bone Golem I was trying to save. All is right with the world.
Become part of the breathless tide.
Oh. Hey, oh, damn it. Never mind. Premature celebration right there. This enemy has to die this turn. Otherwise, yeah. They'd push themselves into the turn order next.
Is a tide that will wash away your pathetic civilizations.
Gambling ship is a great reward to get there. I'm a huge, huge fan. It is all enemies gain plus 20 vigor until the battle ends, but you get 6 additional common parts after a victory. It is a one-time usage. Alright, so this is selected bones. Skeletons gain plus 20 vigor.
The formulae reveal their secrets.
Yeah, it's not going to affect... Yeah, okay, I was just making sure. It's not going to affect other skeletal units, just skeletons. And yes, it just affects skeletons. That makes sense, though. Alright, let's have a look back out here. So I don't have the ability to upgrade anything for the 60 on it yet. Oh, the library is empty? I can't believe I left the library empty. That is sloppy play, especially because I had Patricia out. That said, Patricia probably wants that upgrade first, or rather the heal first. Throw the Bride of Iratus back in there. Oh, wait a second. No, Disneymere wants the heal first. Okay, so I could get a Lich or a Bone Golem, but I'm not going to throw a Bone Golem in there. So I can throw a Lich in here. See if we can go make one. Specifically, a low-tier Lich. Okay, there we go.
I just can't tell where they get their uncaring attitude from.
Yeah, we'll also go for a low-tier Bride of Iratus. This first one is going to get slotted into the building. Second one stands there. I mean, that said, moms might want to come out of retirement just for the moment. What's your resistance like? Your resistance is 8. Armor is 3. Moms is really good. Hang on. Maybe I actually want to throw Moms into the front of this instead of Neo. Take Neo out of the fights for a little bit of time. Striking a critical hit, but gives you plus resistance and you get extra bonus from striking a critical hit. I think this goes on Moms. Moms, do you debuff targets? You never debuff targets. Okay, so you don't take the steel spikes, but you do take the ears necklace. And that's fine, because extra resistance means that if you're in the front line, which you could be, you'll be more resistant to Carl's damage. Alright. Moms is going in the front line of this party, and then is Patricia going in the second line? It's a little bit of a concern of mine. Just because of the, like, low damage and low accuracy and not that great ability to tank. I don't know if I want to take the Dark Knight out again yet, just until I have the ability to kit them up with a little bit more. I do want a Blood Phantasm at some point as well, though. Alright.
We are much alike, you and I. Revenge is what drives us.
A rare example of a naturally occurring undead. Some even put forth theories that these are actually some kind of aggressive blood elemental, and write many an arcane thesis defending their position. In reality, these phantoms are born of a single desire. Revenge. Revenge against those that killed them, which, in this case, is usually Iratus. But it's not too difficult to distort their perception of reality, make them see the form that they hate most imposed over your enemies, applying a few bindings to keep them from harming fellow minions, and they become splendid servants. Iratus takes special delight in the fact that they will spend an eternity haunted by his visage. So the Blood Phantasm is kind of like a more glass cannon-y kind of frontline unit. Impale deals damage from the front two lines to both of the front two lines on the enemy. Hate Eternal is an ignite that lasts throughout the entire combat. Transfusion, a stance when receiving direct damage, restore vigor to allies for 50% of attack. So 50% that is of the Blood Phantasm's attack. Mark of Retribution marks a minion for 2 turns. Minion is ours, by the way. Any enemy attacking the marked minion takes 10 to 20 magical damage. And we can upgrade that to make sure that they attack the marked minion more often. That would be the combo that I would want to run with the, like, highly defensive Patricia. A Chains of Anger, which is from the back line to anyone, deals additional damage based on their buffs and debuffs. And then Phantasmal Assault from the front two to either of the front two. A mixed attack, the first of its kind that we've seen. Attacks twice, dealing extra physical and stress damage each time. So this is more a hybridized character a little bit. Ooh, Blood Phantasm restores vigor with each successful attack. That actually makes this significantly better.
My
I hadn't noticed that that was a possibility. Phantasmal Carnage. Okay. Blood Phantasm is now far and away more powerful than I thought it was before. Alright, so the next combat is just against Taskmasters. I think we just take our physical crew out against the Taskmasters here again. Bride of Iratus is really unlikely to die in this combat, but... Didn't I just make a second Bride of Iratus? Don't I have the ability to throw one of you in instead? No. Yeah, I did just make another one. So I'll take that Bride of Iratus out with me. Just because I don't want to lose Serpent Frog yet, if I can avoid it at all, especially. Alright. Seems like a decent time to go into a dungeon. Getting through 2 combats an episode. There's so much to do in the management layer of this game, right? The combat is just a small portion of the gameplay here. Alright. I'm gonna tank up. I'm not trying to stress the enemies out, but still happy to tank up so that I don't take so much damage to them, at least. Hey, I got 5 Wrath on the hit back there, because I crit. Nice. Nice. These enemies will move constantly is the thing, so I'm thinking Overwatch is probably good here in the first round. The end is coming is awful, but at the very least you moved.
Impale this wretch.
Shrapnel. Yep, I only take 5 damage. That's beautiful. That's exactly what we were trying to push towards. Oh, God. That's another movement. Oh, can you not? Just double critting my character for a ridiculous amount of damage. Stop it! Also, I can't even move at the moment with the Bone Golem for the heal, right? Because otherwise I'm moving directly into a trap. I have to wait for that to disappear in another turn. Pretty sure those don't persist through the entire combat. It is really important I get these swordsmen down early because they are just constantly buffing themselves right now. Thankfully, I deal very, very small damage to my own skeleton there. Yeah. Oh, God. That was really annoying. I wanted that to steal the turn from not from Moms, from the frontline swordsman there. Unfortunately, that looks unlikely. Oh, God. Don't you dare kill my skeleton. I spent so much on Moms. Okay. It looks like I'm probably going to lose the Bone Golem. So I think what I'm going to do here is sacrifice the Bone Golem. Use Annihilation System. That should just kill both of the frontliners here. Yeah. I mean, if I'm going to be losing them anyway, I may as well lose them as well as beat the fight. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the ability to reanimate a skeleton just yet. That's really annoying. It's kind of what I was, hoping for. It's possible we end up saving our skeleton moms now, by the way, because both of these enemies, like, the Taskmaster deals really little damage, but the Doomsayer deals magical damage most often, rather. So, not too much of a concern for us. Okay. Hey, look at that magical damage. Isn't it strange? Almost as if foretold. I could summon a skeleton now. That said, I think Kyle's attacks are, like, incredibly important. Moms, tank up again, please. Very little damage, as I said. Alright. This should be the Taskmaster down in this round. Hey!
You were in life. You will be worth something in death.
Now comes the part that is actually really annoying to me. The Doomsayer constantly keeps gaining block as well as ward. And it can be really, really, really difficult to get through all of it. That's 2 of your block gone. I mean, do I want to try and drive the enemy insane instead? I think that's a good idea. Let's reanimate to get another skeleton out on the field now. Okay, Moms in the front line it's actually seems to do pretty poorly. Yeah. Unless we block. Also, it looks like we're going to lose the Bride of Iratus here, by the way, as well. It's unfortunate. That's okay, though. So we lost 2 minions in this combat? God.
Be one of you.
It's getting away from us, I'll say that. Just summon another skeleton. The fact that the Lich has the ability to just like turn around and turn any fight into, oh, okay, fine, skeletons are attacking you for a bunch of time now. Seems like it's a unit for saving you from the worst situations, but also it creates its own worst situations. I don't know. All right, the enemy wants to flee at the start of their next turn, which is extremely, extremely useful. I'm gonna kill one of my sacrificed, new created skeletons, just to heal up my own units. Sacrifice that one as well. Because the enemy is about to run away at the start of their turn anyway. It doesn't cost an action to use sacrifice. That is ridiculous. Yeah. I think maybe I want to focus on the Doomsayer a little bit more. Like, I'm still trying to figure out my priority, like, when I attack enemies.
A sad display of mortal kind.
So we lost a Bride of Iratus as well as a Bone Golem there. The Bone Golem was leveled up until level 3. I think the Bone Golem also had a name. So now I have to figure out what the name of the Bone Golem that I just lost was so that I can actually award it to a new character. Ugh. Ooh, that said, there's an ancient coffin over here filled with items. Let's go and loot that. Select a boon, extra accuracy and extra parts when moving. We don't move that often. Starting in position 3, you have the ability to acquire extra parts after victory. Okay, that's neat. And that's on moving as well. Again, I don't really move that much with my characters when I can avoid it. I'm gonna take the Blood Diamond.
Future kingdom.
I also think ideally the path I'm going to take past this point is the one that hugs this edge because it has the ability to get a full rest on my minions just before the boss encounter. That said, as soon as we get to that boss encounter, we'll see whether or not I've already screwed this campaign up enough. Again. Just because we have lost a fair few units. I guess there's a reason they don't show you a graveyard, like a list of all of your dead units, because the point is you're supposed to be fine with losing a bunch of units. But damn, it feels like I'm just losing too many. Okay. So what's that? That's a party, right? Again, that's wholly a party that we've created. That's all ready to go out. So I can expand the Dark Lake here. That seems like a decent idea. It was a lost soul that can expand the lake, right? Yeah. Or a mummy. I think in my next campaign, like, that's if I have a next campaign, if this campaign ends up dying.
Lucky than being lucky myself.
I think in my next campaign, I would probably focus less on the graveyard early and just focus on trying to get a full roster of minions, then pivot afterwards and focus on the graveyard. I I ultimately think that you should focus on the graveyard first, though, because getting extra parts is creating extra minions, right? You kind of need to eke out that extra value wherever you can. That said, we've reached 45 minutes, so for the moment, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Iratus, Lord of the Dead. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.